Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here. Today we're going to be talking about the new 9F GMTs from Grand Seiko. These are quartz, as 9F would indicate, and they are actually I was actually really looking forward to seeing these in person, but these might not be for me. And we're basically going to be doing a first impressions because I had some hands-on time with them, and then I'll tell you why I'm no longer interested in these models. But before we get started, I'll do a wristwatch check. I am wearing my Speedy Pro Hesalite, which I got recently, and I'm really loving this guy. So, yeah, good stuff. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the case dimensions. So this watch is a 40 millimeter diameter case. It is 13 millimeters thick, and the lug to lug, I would guess, I didn't take my calipers with me unfortunately, but I would guess around 46 or 47. It was pretty squat, which is good news for guys with smaller wrists as it's very wearable. The sides of this case, talking about the finishing now, the sides of this case are brushed and it's kind of slab-sided, so you're going to notice that thickness. And the case itself is faceted in many ways, and so you're going to see this really exaggerated bezel that gets bigger as it approaches the lugs, and the lugs themselves are fully polished as it hits that facet. The top has a little bit of section, a little bit of property where it is brushed as well, so kind of very loosely has a cushion style feel to it. Very loose. We have a ceramic bezel on top, a fixed ceramic bezel with 24-hour markers, indicators, to aid you with that GMT complication. The movement, of course, is the 9F86. We've seen that movement many times before. The model numbers are the SBGN019, the SBGN021, and the SBGN023. The 023 is actually a limited edition with a brown dial, and it is quite a bit more expensive as well. The 019 and the 021 are 5,900 Canadian. And the 023 is actually around 7,100 if I'm not mistaken, and I am not sure where the extra $1,200 is coming, but yeah, it's kind of aggressively or egregiously priced. Okay, so let's move on to my opinions of this watch. Now that I had some time with it, I was disappointed to find out that the dial is actually a glossy dial, and the sunray pattern on that dial is not very exaggerated. So the dial is not very dynamic. The 023 is a bit more defined, I suppose, because of the brown color. It catches the light a bit more. But in general, these are just plain glossy dials, unless if you're in direct sunlight or in very harsh lighting conditions. And you may like that. But I was hoping for it to be kind of like the SBGY003, which has really, sharp ridges and peaks that you're able to really enjoy, and at all times of the day, all lighting conditions. Unfortunately, this is not it. The other thing that really bugged me was the thickness. This is 13 millimeters thick for a quartz movement. I am not sure why Grand Seiko went down that path. They offer a similar case with a non-GMT movement, the SBGX341 and 343, I believe. Those ones are around 11.5 millimeters thick, and I think even that's kind of thick for a quartz movement, but I think that's a good balance between feel on the wrist, weight, and thickness, and just giving you a pleasant wearing experience. I think that's probably the one to look into. This one is a bit too thick. And I'm really not sure why Grand Seiko went down this path. The bracelet is the usual Grand Seiko fare as well. Just a oyster style bracelet, 3 links, all brushed. Clasp has no micro adjustments. It's a very simple Grand Seiko swing arm, and all these things kind of add up to it being very underwhelming. And I think I'm now more interested in those SBGX models, the non-GMT version. It's got a flat black dial and a flat white dial, and you get a thinner watch. You get a good 9F movement as well, and you get everything for quite a bit less, a lot less. That's really it. That's why I am not pursuing these models, and I am interested to know what you think. Does the fact that it has a not so dynamic dial please you. Maybe that's something that makes you more interested in this watch. If so, let me know. Is the thickness, would that bother you? I know it does for me. So let me know what you think. I am definitely looking forward to hearing it. And yeah, let's talk in the comments. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's my first impressions of these 9F GMTs. And I will see you in the next video. But remember, guys, time is short, and you're worth it. You are valuable. So I'll see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you then. Take care, guys. Bye.